It's almost 2 o'clock. I haven't eaten anything yet today, except for I drank some coffee with almond milk in it and had some water.
Okay.
Trained some people this morning, took check-in pictures, took care of the boys, yada yada, did some laundry. So I'm just now eating for the first time. I'm so hungry. So this is 6 ounces of 96.4 ground beef, and this is the best thing about having things already prepped and ready to go is I literally just heat it up in the microwave, threw 1 serving of this ketchup, and this has it was with a blend of veggies. Basically, they just threw some veggies in there instead of putting excess sugar, so it has less carbs, which is phenomenal, and some mustard, so it's like a hamburger bowl.
Okay.
It's really good. So I'm gonna eat this because I'm starving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really hungry.
I am super hungry myself. I actually have a new protocol today for my macros. Alright, so Coach Sam has me doing the following. So I'm at 380 grams of carbs today, 160 grams of protein, 40 grams of fat, and then I gotta drink 2 gallons of water. Yeah, I'm already close to a half gallon down.
Oh, nice. You drank way more water than me today.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't mind drinking that much water. I just have to go to the bathroom like 24/7. So, in this right now is, I need to make sure I ask him if that's okay. Added water flavoring. But yeah, I didn't think about that prior to starting the day, so I'll text Coach and ask him about it. I also have to add salt to my meals, about 2 teaspoons of salt across all of my meals today. And then I have 300 calories of cardio still, 10K steps, and then today I think was it full body or upper lower the last time we did it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so either full body or upper lower split starting today. If it's full body, then I'll train full body today. If it's upper lower, then I'll train upper today, lower tomorrow. Oh.
I feel like last time we did lower first.
Was it lower first? Yeah, it was lower first, and then we did abs, and then after abs,
It was upper, right?
upper, and then maybe a total body on Friday.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's what I got going on today. So it's also, again, close to 2, and I haven't eaten anything yet. All I've done is drink this water. Oh, that's the other thing, the kicker. No condiments. Minimize condiments.
All right, let's talk about this real quick. Brandon is the condiment king. He will save carbs, save a lot of carbs, just for ketchup, barbecue sauce, buffalo sauce with butter in it. You name it, he's the condiment king. Loves them, thrives off of them.
Thanks. Yeah, I like condiments. I like them a lot.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I was gonna eat potatoes for dinner, but now I'm not sure if I'm gonna have them
Oh my
because I
god,
can't.
you can do it.
Well, if I can put olive oil in it, then that'll be like my condiment. So.
But you could cook them with a little bit of olive oil and then save a little bit of olive oil to like drizzle over top so they seem extra yummy.
Or I can do like a baked potato, cook it in butter.
There you go. Put some butter on top.
But yeah, I think the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and eat. So we did prepare some food, like Kay said. We got some steak in there, and it's London broil steak, so really lean. I want to find out if I can eat that, not because I can't, but we already pre-seasoned it with a little bit of salt, so I don't want to add too much salt to my meals just yet. So, and the science behind this all is, you guys probably are wondering, like, well, why can't you have this? Why can't you have that? So basically, you're trying to minimize as much as possible any additives accidentally having too much salt. So that's why certain condiments might not be ideal, or
Because condiments typically have a lot of salt.
they got a lot of salt on them. They have a lot of other electrolytes, potassium, things like that too. So even though potatoes are high in potassium, if you can kind of minimize like your overall like added type of stuff, additives, then that'll help as well as far as when you load food back in and you step on stage. You just want to make sure that you are, well, we're as natural as possible because we are.
But even just being like as precise as possible too.
Yeah, being as precise as possible and knowing exactly what you're consuming. So that's why I think this is probably a little bit of a no-no, but I'll finish this and then I'll probably just get the rest of my water in without any water flavorings for the rest of the day. I'm gonna again text Coach to see what I can and what I can't have. since it's almost 2 as well, and we're about to get back to training later, and I'll be busy in the evening, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try to get to Lifetime, get some cardio in, work out. Hopefully, we can get everything done prior to me having to go train again. So that's the plan. One of my clients yesterday, I was like, "Yeah, so I had some steak and I mixed it with some beef," and he was like, "I did the same thing," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, ground beef." Cutting this steak kind of medium, and London broil is just such, a protein-heavy steak that it doesn't really have that nice soft texture, even if you cook it perfectly. I'm assuming, I'm not a chef, so.
Or maybe I just don't know how to cook it.
That's all right. Be honest, I'm not that big of a stickler about most foods. If the food is edible, then that's fine. It's edible, it's not as hard as a rock or as chewy as, octopus or something like that. That's fine. This steak right here, it's 8 ounces. The great thing about it, when you log it into MyFitnessPal and the macros on it, every ounce of steak is 1 gram of fat. So 8.1, I can already start to, visualize a little bit and predict what the rest of my meal is going to be today. And of course, I always preload things and start to think about it beforehand. So 8.1 grams of fat, and I only have 40 in the day, so 32 left. That's 2 full tablespoons of peanut butter. They're weighed out, not just okay, there's a tablespoon. Because typically that type of tablespoon will be a little bit more than a tablespoon and a little bit more than 32 grams of fat. So that's about as much fat that I have left for the rest of the day. To also put it in perspective, Starbucks, they have a donut, okay? Their old-fashioned donut, if you ever had the old-fashioned donut from Starbucks, that thing, I want to say, is anywhere from 22 to 27 grams of fat in one donut.
26.
26?
Mm-hmm.
26 grams of fat in one of those donuts. So if you ate 2 of those a day, you're eating more fat than I'm eating an entire day. So it's super important to make sure you know how much fat is in food. And to be honest, when I really found this out, hey, big guy, come here. So when I found this out for the first time and really understood and had my world shaken because I realized I was eating all the fats in the world, I had to just start to realize okay, what does really have protein in it? What has more fat in it, but is marketed as a protein source? So a burger or something like that, marketed as okay, it's got tons of protein in it, but really is fat heavy. So yeah.
We're so close, 27.
27. See, there we go.
So that's
2 of those
this
donuts.
is the great thing about the Starbucks app. Everything they will list the nutritional information. So there are 27 grams of fat in this donut. They're so good though.
1 gram over. Shake it. Down to 135. That
This
is.
is our 135 grams.
Yeah. Look how much oatmeal it is. It's a lot of.
Expands.
Let's see.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
Yeah. Keep adding some in. Look at that, dude. 45 grams. Yep. All 45. Yeah.
Give me a carb high.
Yeah, I'm about to train. I'm about to work out. How much you have now?
I'm gonna do half a serving, so 15 grams. Is my goal. 16.
16.
Alright, so we'll do 16, and then I had put 15 in my FitnessPal, but that's the great thing about it. I can just kind of go in and tweak it really quick. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of honey. Just a little bit.
It is not 0 grams.
I know. Sometimes honey doesn't register.
You want to go a little bit more?
Not really, because I don't want to overdo it.
So what are you going to count as?
I'm gonna count that as 2 grams.
2?
Yep. Count it as 3. My goal was 3, so.
We should use a smaller scale, right?
I know. This scale is from Costco, and I just don't feel like it's as accurate. It can't, if you do just just a little bit of something, it sometimes does noise register. So this is my tiny little pre-workout snack. Because my carbs are very limited, but I need something to be able to get me through. So this is what we're doing.
Hi, can I do a grande cold brew? That's it. Alrighty, thank you. So they gave me the sippy cup version. So, sip, sip. So we're headed to the gym. So if you're looking for a gym and you live in the Columbus, Ohio area, check out 614 Barbell in Hilliard. Trust me, you'll not be disappointed. Eric, the guy that owns it, is absolutely amazing. He actually gets married this weekend, we just found out. So early congrats to him. This video will probably drop after he gets married though. But yeah, so check out 614 Barbell. It's definitely the bee's knees.
So I went to the store and got some rice cakes. Since Brandon started carving up today, one thing that he really wanted was some rice cakes, so I went and grabbed a ton of them. I got a lot, and I really mostly just got a lot so that we would have some, for this week and for the actual show day before, all that stuff too, because actually in the last show, on show day, we ran out of rice cakes, like right at the end.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure we had enough.
My work day was pretty long. I worked out, Kay, you worked out.
Yeah.
We're feeling extremely tired. So we didn't film our workout, not because of anything other than, honestly, forgot our gear at home. So,
Yeah, and I haven't been feeling that lovely the past couple of days. Just very fatigued, very nauseous, and just like really faint and lightheaded. So Coach actually had me add in some additional carbs today, just so my body wouldn't freak out on me. Yeah, good times.
it's really great that she did communicate with Sam early on, just because it could have affected a lot more.
Yeah, it could. That's something that he mentioned too, because basically my body was starting to do other things in order to compensate for the fact that I was not eating enough, really, to support my bodily functions, and so it can then turn into much worse things. That's why it's not the greatest thing for you to be in an extreme caloric deficit for long durations of time. Even for me, pushing it to about 5 days, my body was like, nope, we're not doing this. This is too much. You're pushing too far, too hard. So we just had to pull the reins back in a little bit, just to make sure that nothing else serious did start to happen.
Well, in reality, it hasn't been just 5 days. It's also been, we've been dieting since January. So, January is an extreme amount of time for a contest prep when it's now September.
Yeah, typically you don't contest prep for that long.
Yeah, so with everything going on in the world right now, though, we kind of didn't know when we would be competing exactly, and we just, had to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
So we have the show planned, and we're a little bit up in the air after that, trying to figure out where we're going to go between that NPC show and then Worlds for IPE. So hopefully, everything starts to shapen up a little bit better, and we get more clarity on where we'll actually be. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
I think we're just kind of we're gonna have to roll with the punches and see what happens.
Still have to walk. I still need, I think, 125 calories to burn, and then I think I still have like 2,000-ish steps. What do you have, Kay?
So I have about 5,000 steps left, and then I actually have about 200 calories left. Hopefully it won't take me too much longer to dose Brandon. Since I am shorter, it tends to take me just a little bit less time or less steps to kind of get that in sometimes. So typically we balance each other out. So hopefully that's the case tonight as well. So we just got back from our walk not too long ago, and I went ahead and made us some dinner. We both didn't really have a ton of different things to eat. I just ate 6 ounces of ground beef with some olive oil on it. And since Brandon is starting to carb load today, he actually ate, I think it was 675 grams of potatoes, which is a ton. So we put those in the air fryer, and then some grilled chicken as well. So I'm super tired, so I'm gonna eat this really quick, and I think Brandon's just kind of putting his together in the kitchen, and then we'll chat with you in just a sec.
So I got 5 ounces of chicken right here, chicken breast, 5 ounces, and then I'm tracking salt today, so I'm only supposed to have 2 teaspoons of salt across all my meals. Sorry if you heard the Wookiee sound, that's Winston in the background. He's supposed to be asleep. So 2 teaspoons of salt across all my meals today, and I haven't really had much, so I'm getting some in right now with this chicken breast, and that's why I have hot sauce on it. I literally weighed out the hot sauce so I can know how much salt was actually in it. And then right here, I actually have, we bought a fry cutter. What was that? French fry cutter a couple weeks ago, and I absolutely love it. So I got some salt in here. You hear that? He literally sounds like a Wookiee. Goodness gracious. This is 675 potatoes, and this is also 7 milliliters of olive oil in this as well. And then I got close to a teaspoon of salt mixed in, just because, again, I didn't really get all my salt in like I needed to earlier. So got this to get down. Still got a lot of water to work on, and I'm starting to edit. Okay, you're really tired.
Yep.
Yeah, you're barely awake. So yeah. So today is all about our new macro protocol for peak week. Tomorrow we're going to talk to you guys about why we're eating, the types of carbs that we're eating, and then we're also going to talk about, you know, how to like fix your macros on the fly pretty much. So it's getting late. Winston's getting antsy. Man, that little guy does not know when to go to sleep. But alrighty, we'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. Peace.